Amazing animal facts. Narwhal, the unicorn of the sea. Gliding through the icy waters of the Arctic, often hidden beneath thick sheets of sea ice, lives a creature so magical, so mysterious, that it has inspired legends, captivated explorers, and puzzled scientists for centuries. This is the narwhal, Monodon monoceros, often called the unicorn of the sea, due to its iconic spiral tusk that juts from its head like a lance from a mythical beast. But the narwhal is no myth. It is a real, flesh-and-blood marine mammal, uniquely adapted to the harsh conditions of the Arctic Ocean. From its long tusk that functions more as a sensory tool than a weapon, to its elusive behavior and deep-diving abilities, the narwhal is a true marvel of evolution. In this essay, we'll uncover the life and lore of this incredible animal, explore its biology, ecology, threats, and significance to indigenous cultures, and reveal why protecting it matters more than ever. What exactly is a narwhal? The narwhal is a medium-sized toothed whale, a close relative of the beluga whale. It is found exclusively in the Arctic waters of Canada, Greenland, Norway, and Russia. Adult narwhals typically measure between 4 to 5.5 meters, 13 to 18 feet, in length, with males being slightly larger than females. But the most stunning and recognizable feature of the narwhal is the long, spiral tusk that protrudes from its upper jaw. This tusk, found predominantly in males, is actually an elongated left canine tooth that can grow over 3 meters, 10 feet, long. It spirals counterclockwise and emerges through the lip, giving the narwhal its unicorn appearance. Although some females may have small tusks, and rare individuals have two, most females are tuskless. For centuries, the function of the tusk remained a mystery. Some believed it was a weapon for combat, others thought it was used to break ice. Recent research has revealed that the narwhal's tusk is actually a highly sensitive sensory organ, filled with millions of nerve endings capable of detecting subtle changes in water temperature, salinity, and pressure, making it a tool for environmental navigation and perhaps even communication. Habitat and distribution. Narwhals live in the frigid waters of the Arctic Circle, especially around Baffin Bay, Hudson Bay, the Greenland Sea, and the Russian Arctic. They are highly adapted to life under ice, often spending up to 80% of their time below the surface, diving beneath the frozen sea in search of food. In summer, narwhals migrate to shallower coastal waters and fjords, while in winter, they return to deeper offshore regions covered by sea ice. They rely on leads and polynyus, natural cracks and openings in the ice, for breathing. These narrow passages make them especially vulnerable to shifts in sea ice caused by climate change. Narwhals are social animals, often seen in groups of 10 to 30, though larger aggregations of up to several hundred have been observed during migration. They communicate through a series of clicks, whistles, and knocks that help them echolocate and coordinate with other members of their pod. Diet and diving behavior. The narwhal's primary diet consists of Greenland halibut, Arctic cod, squid, and shrimp. They use echolocation, bouncing sound waves off objects, to locate prey in the pitch-black depths of the ocean. Narwhals are deep-diving champions, capable of plunging more than 1,500 meters, nearly a mile, below the surface and staying submerged for up to 25 minutes. These extraordinary dives occur multiple times a day and demonstrate just how adapted they are to one of the planet's harshest environments. Interestingly, narwhals don't have teeth in their mouths, aside from the tusk, and instead swallow their prey whole. Their flexible necks, streamlined bodies, and efficient lungs allow them to move gracefully and survive immense pressure changes during their dives. Cultural significance and human connection. To the indigenous peoples of the Arctic, particularly the Inuit communities, the narwhal is far more than a biological curiosity. It is a source of food, tools, and spiritual meaning. Narwhal meat and skin, rich in vitamin C, are vital to Arctic diets, while the tusk has been historically used to create tools and traded for other goods. Long before Europeans encountered narwhals, Inuit stories featured them as powerful spirits or messengers of the sea. When European explorers and traders first encountered narwhal tusks in the Middle Ages, they were believed to be the horns of unicorns and were sold for exorbitant prices as magical relics. Even today, the narwhal's mystique continues to inspire art, literature, and conservation efforts. But its survival is now deeply intertwined with the health of the Arctic itself, and the cultures that call it home. Threats and conservation status. Although narwhals have adapted to extreme cold and deep oceans, they now face grave modern threats. Climate change is rapidly melting sea ice, which narwhals depend on for survival. Changes in ice cover affect migration, hunting patterns, and breathing access. Shipping and oil exploration in the Arctic bring noise pollution, which disrupts narwhals' communication and echolocation. Hunting, while regulated and essential for indigenous communities, must be carefully monitored to ensure sustainability. Entanglement in fishing gear and contamination from heavy metals also pose increasing risks. The IUCN lists the narwhal as near threatened, but some regional populations are declining. Conservation organizations and governments are working with indigenous communities to monitor populations, protect migration corridors, and limit industrial impacts in critical habitats. The enchantment and importance of the narwhal. The narwhal stands as a symbol of mystery, adaptation, and resilience. In an age when so many Arctic species are in peril, the narwhal's silent presence beneath the ice reminds us of how little we know, and how much we must protect. It connects legends to life, myth to science, and tradition to the present moment. To save the narwhal is not just to save a species, but to preserve a part of Earth's ancient icy soul, a world that is melting before our eyes. Conclusion: discover the wild. Protect the wonders. Whether you've just learned about the narwhal or have long been fascinated by this sea unicorn, one thing is certain: it is one of nature's most extraordinary creations. Let its quiet majesty inspire us to act, to care, and to learn more about the wildlife that shares our planet. At Wild Wonders, we believe that stories like the narwhals need to be told. If you love learning about Earth's rare, mysterious, and beautiful creatures, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Every click helps us keep the wild alive in the hearts of viewers around the world. And now it's your turn. What is the narwhal called in your language or culture? Drop the name in the comments. We'd love to hear how your part of the world describes this magical marine mammal.